Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a light classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Want to get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
It was a great course and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with ExcelR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank ExcelR for being a part of it.
Good evening, everyone. Hope all are doing good. So today we have our trainer, so Azaruddin. So yeah, we'll start the session. So Azaruddin, you can take up the class.
Yeah, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. Am I audible, loud and clear? Please acknowledge participants.
Yes, Azar, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you. Let me a minute. Let me share my screen. Thank you, Ankita. Just please do let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, Azar, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you. So, once again, good evening to all the participants today. Okay, so let us begin with the concepts straight. Okay, so let me give you a short just about what are the different things that we are going to be discussing today. Okay, so in today's session, we are going to be talking about the search engine optimization segment. Okay, so we are going to have an aerial view of how does search engine optimization work, what is it. Okay, so what are the different types. Okay, so what are the different how businesses get benefited out of it. In each segment we will take different business examples. Okay, so and we will okay, so let us start. Okay, as usually if you have any audio issues or something, you can let me know in the chat. Okay, so now starting off with what is search engine optimization. Okay, so we just had a small discussion yesterday about what is search engine optimization. We will again have a recap about it. So search engine optimization is nothing but the process of ranking your web pages, okay, on top of search engines. Okay, so by following webmaster guidelines. Okay, so what is webmaster here? Google is the webmaster. The search engine is nothing but called as a webmaster. Okay, so now why do we have to rank on top of Google? Okay, simply because when we rank on top of Google, through that we can get more potential consumers onto our website. Okay, so for that reason we want to rank on top of Google when someone is searching for our website. Okay, so now how do we rank on top? Okay, as I said, there are webmaster guidelines, which is there are standard guidelines which you should follow, through which you can rank on top of Google. Okay, so this whole process is an organic process. Okay, so when I say organic, we are not going to be paying anything to Google for this process. Okay, so this process is completely organic, which means we are not paying anything to Google, but this is going to take a lot of time. Okay, say for example, okay, so let's say for example you learn a search engine optimization end to end, and you start implementing that onto a website today. Okay, so you've completed all your SEO things onto a business website today, and you're expecting to rank on top of Google tomorrow. That is not going to happen. Okay, so it will take at least, say for a medium competition scenario, it will take at least 2 to 3 months of time. Okay, so these positions that you get. Okay, so let's say you work hard for 3 or 4 months on a web page and you rank on top of Google. Okay, and after you get that ranking, is that position standard forever? No, it is not. Okay, so if you can come up from nowhere to the first page of Google, then anyone else also can. Okay, so there is a lot of business cases who gets benefited over SEO. Okay, let us see some examples before we proceed further in terms of what are the different primary businesses. Okay, say for example, starting from the business to business industry, let's say I search for software development companies. Okay, so let's say for example I want to develop a software for myself. Okay, so I search for software development companies. Okay, so right on top I see ads. Okay, so skipping the ads, scrolling down I have all of these SEO results. Okay, so which is about different software development companies which I can choose from. Okay, so this is one kind of websites. Okay, so business to business, B2B category, service based, they get benefited. Okay, let's say for example the next one, products. Okay, say for example I search for Apple smartwatch. Okay, so of course, Apple own product is going to come up on top. And then I scroll down, I see Flipkart, Amazon, all the other different sellers who's selling this particular product. Okay, so for B2B markets, for B2C markets, for all of them, okay, so SEO is a very important area to work with. Okay, because when someone is searching for the product or service, then we should make sure that we rank on top of Google. Okay, so there are specific reasons why we should be focusing on SEO for a business. Okay, so be it whatever the business category it is, there is a specific reason why we should be focusing on SEO. Okay, so these are those primary reasons why SEO is important. Okay, so now coming to the first one. Okay, so this number states very clearly that 75% of users, okay, so never scroll past the first page. Okay, so what is this first page? Let's just get to it once again. Say, for example, I've searched as software development companies. So I have a lot of results in my first page. Okay, so I would engage through any of these software development companies and explore the different services that they provide, and I may work with them for my requirement. Okay, so beyond this, I scroll down. Okay, so I have more pages. Okay, say go to the second page. I still have more software development companies, and I can keep digging. Okay, second page, third page, and I can keep on exploring these aspects. Okay, but a normal consumer will not do this. Okay, because he already gets a lot of options in his first page. Okay, so this is the same. Okay, be it a B2B market or a B2C market. Okay, say for example, if I'm searching for, say, a simple local business. Okay, AC repair in Bangalore. Okay, so I get a lot of service providers in Bangalore. Okay, so I already have too many different options in my first page. Okay, so it is hard for me to choose one from this list itself. Okay, so close to 10-15 different providers is there in this list. So beyond this, as a user, why will I visit the second page? I won't. Okay, so that's what the number states. 75% of the users would never scroll past the first page. So which means the volume amount of audience is going to engage with the results that they see on the first page of Google. Okay, and to get advantage, okay, of this particular data, then you have to rank on top of Google. So SEO is important in that way. And all the traffic that you're going to get, okay, say for example, you're getting 1,000 people onto your website using SEO, which means you're not going paying anything to anyone. Okay, so which means you're not paying anything to Google to get this 1,000 people onto your website. In this 1,000 people, yes. Okay, so as you're targeting specific audience and getting that traffic, these are high quality leads for sure. Okay, so your chances of getting actual business, actual revenue is higher. Okay, and your chances of people buying a product from you is higher. Okay, so very intentful potential audience is what we are targeting, and through which we will get more quality business. Okay, and the next one. Okay, so overall ranking on top of Google enhances the user experience. Yes, it does. Okay, and definitely it builds credibility. Okay, so when people find you in the first page of Google, okay, so they have a very positive intent towards you. Okay, so they have a very positive intent towards your brand because they have found you in the top 10 results on Google. So people like that. Okay, say for example, let's say I've searched for, say, AC repair services. Let's say I engaged with, say, this home triangle company. Okay, so later somebody, if somewhere I'm looking at this brand, so I would recognize this brand just because I've looked at it here. Right, so like this, people get to know more about you. Maybe they buy it or they may not buy it at that point. Okay, but they engage with your brand with a very positive note. Okay, so that helps your business on the longer run. Okay, so it is very important to make sure that you rank on top of Google. Okay, so moving on to the next segment. Okay, how does these search engines work? Okay, so these are some of the basic functions of how does search engines work. Okay, so let's get to it. So the first one is scrolling. Okay, so let us move to the whiteboard. Let me a minute, let me share my whiteboard. Right, okay, so basically when you want to start a website on the internet, there are a few things that you need. Okay, so the first one is domain. Okay, so domain as okay, so it is nothing but the name for your website. Okay, say for example, you want to start a restaurant. What is the first thing that you should be doing? Register your business name. Okay, so on the official handles, okay, register your business name, get your GST, get it done. Okay, get your brand officially registered in first place. So same way, when you want to start a website also, you need to buy a domain name. Okay, so example, say first one, flipkart.com. Okay, and say amazon.in. These are a couple of examples for a domain name. Say now Flipkart has bought this particular domain name so that others cannot buy the same. So it's unique, like more or less like, how you create an email. Okay. So this .com is something which refers to .commercial. Flipkart is the name of the brand, okay, which they choose. And this .com is called as the domain extension. So .com is nothing but .commercial. Okay. So then what does .in refers to? It refers to India. Okay, so country level top domain. Okay, so the most preferred domain version for a business website is .com. Okay, so if .com is not available, say for example, in this case, Amazon uses .com, I guess for US. Okay, so for India, they have .in. For different countries, different country level top domains they maintain. Okay, so like that, you can prefer to go for .com in first place. Okay, so if not, you can go for the country level top domain. If it is in India, then it is .in. If it is in UK, then it is .uk. So like that, you can choose the country level top domain also. Okay, so once you've bought this domain name, okay, so you've just got a name, nothing else. Okay, so you've just registered a name so that others cannot buy this. That's all. Okay, so next you need to have a website. Okay, so if you have to have a website online on internet, you need a space to store your website, right? Okay, say for example, again, let's take the restaurant example itself. Okay, now you have registered your name. The next thing what you should do, you should find a space, right? Say for example, you have your own real estate space. Okay, which means you have a physical location in the city where you can set up the restaurant. So what you will do, you will use that space and build a restaurant there. Okay, if you don't have the real estate space, what you will do, you will have to rent it, okay, or lease it. Find a space, okay, and rent that particular space and take that space, okay, and then start building your restaurant inside. This is what you would generally do when you want to open up a restaurant or any store for that matter. Same way in online, okay, so you need a server, okay, so where you can store your web data, okay. So very few companies will have internal servers because server is a high value physical property to build and to maintain. Okay, so very few companies will have internal servers. Okay, so beyond that, the large number of businesses that operates on internet, okay, will not have their own servers. So what are they going to do? They are going to host their websites in different other service providers. Example, okay, see that is GoDaddy. Okay, there is say Hostinger. Okay, there is say Namecheap, say AWS. Okay, or Microsoft Azure, it goes on like that. Okay, so these are different hosting providers. Okay, from GoDaddy, Hostinger, or from Namecheap, you can buy your domain names, all of that stuff. Okay, so now as you may not have your own server, for small businesses, you don't need your own internal servers. That's a very expensive, thing to do. Okay, so it's not advisable to have an internal server for small businesses as well. Okay, so you can find a server space. Okay, so there is a lot of packages. Okay, starting from thousands. Okay, so it goes up. Okay, so you can buy a package and then you will get a server space. So now you have got a name and you've got a space. Okay, and it is still an empty space only. Okay, so you have rented a space for your website. Okay, but you have to build that website, right? So that is basically your website development. Okay, so website development has many different texts, the front and back end database, all of that all that is into technical. Okay, so now these are the different steps that you should do when you want to start a website. Basically, buy a domain, okay, find a server, and then build a website. Okay, so now once you have built a website, okay, so your website is hosted in your server, right? Okay, but you want to list your website on Google. Okay, so you want to put your website on Google. Okay, so basically Google should get to know about your website in first place, right? Okay, so how Google is going to know about your website? Okay, so Google is going to send, okay, so a piece of code which is called as a bot or crawler. Okay, so this bot or a crawler is going to travel, okay, from Google to your website, and it is going to crawl all the content. Okay, so what are the different pages that you have? What is the content that you have? All of this bot is going to crawl. Okay, so from Google, it will travel to your website, crawl all the content, okay, and revert back to Google with the data. That's it. Okay, so now the job of the bot, okay, so is to travel from Google and visit the website, crawl all the content, take the data, and deliver that data to Google. So this whole process is called as crawling. This is how Google will get to know about your website so that it can rank your website. Okay, so once Google has listed, okay, so once Google has listed your website, okay, so as a next stage, it is going to index your website. Index as in it is going to store your website. Okay, so if there is any problems in storing, Google is going to tell you, okay, these many pages have some few technical issues, resolve it. All those communications will happen. Okay, so and once the indexing is done, then comes your ranking. Ranking is Google is going to rank your website on its servers. I mean, and it is going to be listed to people as well. Okay, so it may be in the first page or second page or in the third page or even in the 10th page. Okay, but for Google to rank your website in whatever position that it is ranking, you have to complete all these processes. Okay, so this is how basically how a search engine work. Okay, so first it is going to crawl your website, and next it is going to index your website, which is going to store your website, and then it is going to rank your website. Okay, so based on relevancy and all the other ranking factors. Okay, so now I believe you should have fair understanding about what is SEO, why SEO is important, okay, and also about how does a search engine basically function. Okay, so it is not only that you have a website to rank on top of Google for a business, right? So there are so many businesses who wants to rank on top of Google for that particular product or service or whatever that you are selling. Okay, so the ranking is something which is a competitive affair, right? Okay, so there's many websites who wants to rank on top of Google for a particular keyword, which is a product or service. So how would Google decide? Okay, on what basis Google is going to choose the websites? Okay, say for example, here we had a look at say AC repair services. Okay, so this is the first set of results. There are so many other companies also who does AC repair services, where they're there in the second page, and then the third page it goes on. Okay, so there are so many different companies for AC repair services. Okay, but there's only few websites which is ranking in the first page of Google. Okay, on what basis Google has decided these few websites? Okay, so those are called as ranking factors. Okay, so those are called as SEO ranking factors. Okay, so what are these ranking factors? Ranking factors are nothing but factors that influence your search engine rankings. Okay, so on what basis Google is going to list your website on Google is nothing but these ranking factors. Okay, so there are so many different things that you can do to rank on top of Google. Okay, so it's not one factor or two factor. Say for example, there's nobody who can tell you you do this one thing and you can rank on top of Google. Okay, so SEO is never like that. Okay, so it is always a cumulative signal. Okay, so we do lot of different things and send a signal to Google that yes, my website is worthy enough to rank on top of Google. Okay, so those ranking factors has various different classifications. Okay, so these ranking factors have various different classifications. Okay, now let us get to those classifications. Okay, yes, these are the three different types of SEO. Okay, so the first type is called as the on-page SEO. The second one is off-page SEO, and then third one is technical SEO. Okay, as I said, SEO is all about various different ranking factors, right? So those ranking factors are split among all the three different types of SEO. Okay, some of the ranking factors falls under on page, some of the ranking factors falls under off page, some of the ranking factors falls under technical. Okay, so we will explore what is what about all the three different types, and we will also see some examples in all the three different ranking factor segments. Okay, so let us get to what is what. Okay, so let's start with the on page SEO. Okay, so this is the most important type of SEO. Okay, so out of all the three, on page SEO is the most important type of SEO. Okay, so these activities, okay, so which is called as optimizations, okay, that you perform, okay, inside your website is nothing but on page SEO. Okay, so basically you have a website. Okay, so inside the website you have content, you have images. Okay, so you have so many different things in the website, right? So how those content has to be designed, okay, how you're going to plan your website so that it is SEO friendly. So all the changes, all the optimizations that you're going to do inside the website in terms of your content and things is going to be called as on page SEO. So the optimizations that you perform on the website, okay, so which is going to help you to improve your website content, okay, and your search engine rankings. Okay, so this is nothing but on page SEO. Okay, so there are a lot of different important factors inside on page SEO. Okay, so one of the super important factor in on page SEO is keywords. Okay, so let us first understand what are these keywords. Okay, so keywords are nothing but the primary words out of a search term. So for which, let us understand what is a search term in first place. Okay, so search term is nothing but the term used by the user to search on Google. Okay, say for example, let's get to Google. Now here I have made three different searches. Okay, so one is a service-based B2B business. The other one is a product-based B2C business. The other one is a service-based B2C business. Okay, so now for all the three different things, okay, I have given a keyword, I've given a phrase. Okay, so whatever I type inside Google to search for what I want is called as the search term. Okay, say for example, let's see, I search as best software development company for startups. Okay, so now what I type inside this is called as search term. Okay, so out of the search term, sometimes the whole search term will be keyword, sometimes the primary phrase is considered as to be the keyword. So here in this case, the primary keyword in this search term is software development companies. Okay, so a user will add prefix, suffix, and will decorate and will search for many different things. Okay, so when I search for best software development company for startups, I see more ads. Okay, and I see a lot more different companies who are ranking on top of Google. Okay, for this particular search. Okay, so this term that I used to search for these results is called as the search term, and the major words of the search term is called as the keyword. Okay, software development companies is the keyword from the search term. Okay, so when a user searches for something on Google and that is recorded on Google as a search term, okay, and the primary phrase out of that is considered to be the key. Okay, now we have discussed a lot of things about the advantages of digital marketing, that we can target potential audience. Even when we were discussing about the importance of SEO, we spoke about high quality leads. Okay, so when do we get high quality leads? When we drive more potential audience towards our website, that is when we get more quality leads, right? Okay, so here, as I said, in SEO you have quality leads. Okay, so why you have good quality leads from SEO? It is simply because user has taken the first step towards your business. Okay, so this is a space where the consumer has searched for, looking for your business, right? When someone is searching for this, okay, so what does he want? Let's say there is a person on Google is searching with a phrase like this, okay, on Google, then it is very, very evident that he could be a startup owner who is looking for a software development company for his startup requirement. Simple, it is very clear about what he wants. Say, for example, here in this search, okay, so it is very simple, straight, that I'm looking for a product, right? Same way here, okay, so I've searched just with 3 different words, but it is very clear that I'm looking for a AC repair person in Bangalore. Okay, so when a user is searching for something on Google, which means the user is wanting it. Okay, so this is more like the consumer who is coming into your store. A consumer will not simply walk into your store. He is coming into your store because he wants something from your store. Okay, so that's a very potential audience. Okay, so that is why you're going to get very good quality leads and traffic from SEO. Okay, so ranking on top of Google gives you great business. Okay, so not for a short period of time. Okay, so the more consistently you rank on top of Google, on the longer run, you're going to expand your business in a very good scale. Okay, because you're going to get good quality audience to your website. Okay, so these are the primary reasons why SEO is important. And now coming to keyword, through the word that we search, that a consumer searches only as a brand, I can understand what does he want, right? Let's say there are, again, there are 3 different tabs. Okay, in each one of the tab, I'm looking for something else. In one tab, I'm looking for a software company. In another tab, I'm looking for a smartwatch. In another tab, I'm looking for a AC repair person. Okay, now Google is trying to understand what do I want based on what input that I give. Okay, not just Google, the businesses also will be able to understand as a consumer what am I looking for with the phrases that I use on Google. So now for a brand, okay, let's say for example, as a brand, I'm selling this particular smartwatch. Okay, now I want to find potential people who are looking for these smartwatches. Okay, so it is going to be very simple to find it because I'm going to just target these keywords. These keywords are going to tell me, okay, so what the user is looking for. Based on that, I will show my brand website to their, SERP. What is SERP? SERP is nothing but search engine result page. Okay, so let me just write it down for your reference. Search engine result page. Okay, so the page that we are in right now is nothing but search engine result page. Okay, so in this result page, I can target the right specific keywords what my consumers are using, and I will show my product or service to that particular audience alone. Okay, so this makes keyword as a super important factor in SEO, because through keywords only you are going to target who should be seeing your content, to whom you would like to rank on top of Google. Okay, and not just for the user, through these keywords, usage of these keywords only, you are going to communicate to Google. Okay, so for what kind of searches that you want to rank your client website on top of Google. Okay, so for all these factors together, okay, so combined point at one thing that these keywords play a very, very important role in SEO. Okay, because this particular whole search operation itself is based out of a keyword input only. Okay, so even though when you do, let's say for example, you do a voice search. Okay, so what does Google do when you do a voice search? Google is converting the voice input that you have given into a text, and Google searches for it and gives you the results. Okay, so end of the day, the final search result is going to be based on a text input, which is called as the search term, and the primary phrase out of that is called as the keyword. Okay, so ranking right on top of Google. Okay, so for the right keyword is the whole process of SEO itself. Okay, so keyword plays a super important role in terms of SEO. Okay, so now let us move on to the next thing, the different types of keywords. Okay, so there are many different classifications for keywords. Okay, so one of that is this based on the length of a keyword. Okay, so this length of a keyword is nothing but short tail. Okay, short tail refers to the small length keywords. Say for example, keywords with one or two words. Okay, say for example, there is a keyword called as sports shoes. Okay, so then that keyword is short tail. Okay, and let's say if there is a keyword called as Nike sports shoes, then that is a medium tail. Okay, so let's say there is a keyword called as buy Nike sports shoes. Okay, so then that is called as long tail keywords. Okay, let me write down these examples for your reference. Okay, so let's see, there is a person who is typing on Google as sports shoes, then it is considered to be short tail. Okay, because there's only two words. And let's say there is another person on Google who is searching as Nike sports shoes, then we can consider this as medium tail. Okay, and then the next one is buy Nike sports shoes online. Okay, then this can be considered as an example for long tail. Okay, so all these four different things, okay, all these three different categories are three different types of keywords. Okay, so when it comes to the length of the keyword, it decides a lot of things. Say for example, now that let's assume that you have a business, you have a client who is selling this product. Okay, who has this particular product. Okay, so Nike sports shoes. Okay, and these are, don't look at this as keywords, look at this as a person. One person on Google, he has typed it as sports shoes. Another person on Google, he has typed it as Nike sports shoes. Another person on Google, he has typed it as buy Nike sports shoes online. Okay, out of these three different people, okay, which person is more likely to engage with your product better? Okay, so which one you would prefer? Okay, so the person who has searched as sports shoes, or the person who has searched as Nike sports shoes, or the person who has searched as buy Nike sports shoes online. You can leave your answer on the chat as short tail, medium tail, or long tail. If you think long tail, then just mention long tail in the chat. If you think medium tail, just mention medium tail in the chat. Which kind of consumers you think is more suitable for your business? Good answers. Good. Yes. Good. Most of your answers are pointing at long tail, medium or long tail. Good. Yes. Okay. So I've got very good answers from you guys in the chat. Okay. So now, as you guys said, okay, so close to 70-80% of your answers are towards this long tails. Okay. So the obvious reason why most of you are choosing long tail is because the way that this consumer has searched. Okay, so the medium tail person and the long tail person is specifically looking for your brand shoes only, no doubt. Maybe the first short tail person is not looking for any brand, he has searched it in general, right? But when it comes to this medium tail and long tail, both of these guys are looking for the product that you are selling, but you would prefer to target long tail. That is because the way this consumer has searched. Okay, this person, okay, has searched with buy Nike sports shoes online. Through this search, he is telling you very clearly that he wants to buy a sports shoe online, and which is what you're selling. So that makes the last keyword more intentful for your business. The second one, medium tail, is also intentful. Okay, the third one is super important because the person is actually looking to buy the product. So the chances that this person would buy your product is much higher. Okay. So like this, based on the keywords that you have, okay, you have to target the potential audience, okay, from the list that is given to you. Okay. So from where do you get these lists? Okay. For sports shoes, for shirts, for products that you know well, you can predict some keywords. Okay. But that is only for the products that you know well. There are so many different business categories out there. Okay, so you might have a client related to sports shoes, or you might have a client related to, say, mobile application development. Okay, so or you might have a client who is selling steel doors. Okay, so you cannot be a master of all, right? Okay, so you may know about few business cases, you may know about few products or services, but any business given to you, you should be able to do marketing for it, right? So as a digital marketer, you're open to all businesses. Okay, now the next question is, okay, what do you do? How do you find the right keywords for any business that is provided to you? Okay, so there is a standard process. Okay, and that particular process is called as keyword research. Okay, so let me give you a short gist about what is keyword research. Okay, so keyword research is a process. Okay, so this particular process is intended to find the potential keyword ideas, okay, for a particular business. Okay, so this is the very first step in your execution of SEO. Okay, say you want to do SEO for a website, right? So how are you going to do this particular task? Okay, first step is to find the right keywords for that particular business. Okay, and this process of finding the right keywords is called as keyword research. Okay, so this process, there are many different tools that is going to help you to perform this process. Okay, so there is a lot of different ways that you can find keywords. Okay, so we are going to have a look at one most important method to find potential keywords for a business scenario. Okay, so what is the method that we are going to learn in today's session is using keyword planner. Okay, so what is this keyword planner? Okay, so keyword planner is a tool by Google itself. Okay, so Google has designed this tool, okay, to run your campaigns. What is campaigns? Campaigns are nothing but your a marketing activity. In digital marketing, campaigns refers to paid advertisement. Okay, so this tool is designed for paid advertisement, but it can be very well used for SEO because both are in the same search engine result page. Okay, and this tool is completely free to explore and to discover new keywords. Okay, so this is the tool that we are going to explore today. Okay, and we are going to find potential keywords for a business scenario. Okay, so there are some standard specific advantages when it comes to keyword plan. Okay, let's get to it. Yes. Okay, so these are the two primary benefits when it comes to keyword planner. The first one, you can discover new keywords. Okay, so the tool is going to suggest you a lot of keyword ideas on its own. Okay, you all you have to give is the right proper seed keyword to the business. Okay, and then the tool is going to give you hundreds of thousands of keywords which is related to the business that you have given. Okay, so you can explore the reports that it generates, okay, and through which you will be able to find potential keywords for any given business scenario. Okay, and then the next primary advantage is monthly searches. Okay, in other words, it can be called as search volume. Okay, so what is this search volume? Okay, search volume is nothing but the amount of times that particular keyword is being used on Google. Okay, so we know that not all products are searched the same amount of times on Google. Okay, say for example, say smartphones, it's a very famous product, so a lot of people would search for this, right? Smartphones is a very famous product. Okay, and a lot of people would search for this. Let's say, for example, you are selling, say, dishwashers. That's another product. Okay. So it's even the average price of a dishwasher is higher than an average price of a smartphone. But the number of people who are searching for dishwashers in India is far lesser, okay, than the number of people who are searching for smartphones. Right? So say for example, maybe in India it's not a very commonly used product. Okay, but say you go to different other geography, you go to different markets. Okay, so let's say for example US. So there it's a very, very, very common product. Okay, so there's a lot of people who might search for it. So like that, based on what do you sell, okay, and based on where do you sell, these volume will change. Okay, so what is this volume? Volume is nothing but the number of people who are searching for that particular product or service on Google. The volume of searches that is happening on Google. Okay, so before we get into Planner, we are going to look at another tool. Okay, so which is going to help you understand this search volume metric better. Okay, so allow me a minute. Let us get to that tool. This tool is called as Google Trends. Okay, so this tool is going to give you a fair idea about how many people are searching and stuff. You're not going to get a specific number as such, but you're going to get a graph. Okay, so what are the topics which are very famous in India? So like that, not just in India, across the globe you can try. Okay, say for example, I search for software, same business example, development company. Okay, this is the search term that I want to find. I'm giving this search term. Okay, so default I get the data for last 1 day. So when you get to the tool and when you try it also, you're going to get the data for last 1 day. Okay, so always when you're performing a research, at least have a look at last 12 months of data. Okay, so let's say you click on this past 12 months. Okay, so you have the drop down here, you click on that and you switch it, you get the interest over time. Okay, so interest over time is you have a score. When I hover over for every particular week, I have a score. Okay, these scores are ranging between 0 to 100. Okay, 0 being the least score and 100 being the peak score. Okay, so peak score as in the highest volume of searches, okay, that it has peaked. Okay, so this is the data for this particular keyword, software development company. Okay, now the more good thing about this tool is you can compare one keyword with another keyword. Okay, say for example, along with software development company, I'm searching as mobile app development. Okay, so I'm going to get the graph, comparative graph for both of these things. Okay, so which is higher? This is for India data. You switch to another country, you will find different data. Okay, so like this, you can keep measuring for different related keywords. Okay, say for example, instead of mobile application development, I give it as software development services. Okay, so software development company also does mean the same, and software development services also does mean the same. Okay, but I want to know which is being used more in internet in India. Okay, so now this claims it very clearly that people use more of software development company word than software development services. Okay, so I scroll down this data. Okay, so I have sub-region level data as well. Okay, for both the different keywords, I will have some sub-region level data as well. Okay, so I can compare more keywords if I want to. Let me add just one more. say software development agencies. This is also pointing at the same business. Okay, let me do the search. And the volume is quite low compared to the other two. The volume is very, very low. So this comparison, simply proves that software development company is the most used keyword in this particular business. Okay, so this tool not just for this kind of research, you can also do a pretty, small market research also. Let's say, for example, I want to know which brand is more searched on Google. Okay, let's take the sports shoe segment, the example that we were discussing. Say, for example, I give Puma is one brand. Just such as Reebok. It's another brand. Okay, and say I search for Adidas. That is another brand. So compared to these three brands, okay, so Puma and Adidas are searched widely. Okay, so compared to Reebok, Puma and Adidas has wide searches in India. Let me add the fourth brand. So Nike. Pretty evidently, it proves that compared to all these four brands, which brand is more famous, or based on the search that is happening on Google in India? It is Nike, right? So now, let's say I want to check the worldwide data. I switch it to worldwide, and the data is here. Again, Nike dominates. Okay, and then comes Adidas, and then comes Puma. Okay, so I want to search for a specific country. Let's say I search for UK. Now I get data related to UK. So like this, you can get any country data as you want. You can just search for it and you're going to get the data for it. Okay, so this tool is very helpful for you to understand the volume of searches that is happening towards your product or service in a specific geography. Okay, so it's an open source tool. Okay, so anybody can simply visit this particular URL and access this tool. Okay, so just dropping this tool link in the chat so that later you can use it. If somebody is interested about Chinese data, just have a look at that as well. Yeah, this is the data for Chinese. So basically, Reebok has no searches, Nike still dominates in China as well. So I'm just dropping this tool link in the chat. Okay, so you can just explore. Okay, so later you can just spend some time with this particular tool, because this tool can help you to understand the market trends better. Okay, so now let us get into the next tool. This is an optional tool for keyword research, guys. This is not a primary tool which is designed for keyword research. This tool is designed for market research, and you can get to know the trending topics. Okay, so let's say, for example, I go to home. Okay, so here I can give any random topic, or let's say I just click on what's trending now. Okay, so now it will tell me what is the most searched things on internet based on past 24 hours in India. Okay, now this is for India. Okay, say for example, I give UK. Okay, all regions. So I'll know what is being more searched in UK based on the last 24 hours. So like this particular tool is going to help me understand in general what is trending on Google. Okay, so based on 24 hours or 12 months, you can measure that data the way that you want. Okay, so that is the advantage of this tool. Okay, so this is the first tool that we have explored today. Now let's get into the actual super important tool, which is going to help you to find potential keywords. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the tool dashboard. Okay, and then we'll get to it. So this is the tool dashboard of Keyword Planner. Okay, as I said, Keyword Planner is a tool which is specifically designed, okay, for advertisement. Okay, so you'll have a lot of data related to ads. Okay, So this about this numbers, this price, cost, and all we'll discuss tomorrow when we are discussing Google Ads. Okay. So now looking at the data that we need. First, on top, I have given a seed keyword. Okay, so which is plant fertilizer in this case. Okay, so plant fertilizer is the seed keyword that I have given, and then I wanted to know the data for India. Okay, and for the 12-month data, basically, whatever 12 months that I want, I can switch. Okay, so now I've just checked it for past another 12-month data. So now I give two keywords: plant fertilizer, plant nutrients, and for which I get search volume. Okay, and this 3-month change, year on year change is based on the trends. Okay, this is not that precise. If you want to know trends, use Google Trends, not these two tabs. Okay, and then you have the competition level. Okay, so whether it is high competition keyword or a medium competition keyword or a low competition keyword. Okay, so like this, you will find very important data pieces. Okay, when it comes to your keyword research using Planner. Okay, so 3 important columns for you when you're doing research. One is the keyword by relevance column, and then is the average monthly searches column, and then the competition level. Okay, so based on 1 year data, it will take the average for how many number of searches that has happened for a particular, over the 1 month. Okay, so how many searches have happened on an average on a monthly basis? That is the data that you're going to find here. Okay, so let's say plant fertilizer is searched between 1,000 to 10,000 times inside Google. Okay, and then for plant nutrients is a very high volume keyword, and it goes on like that. Okay, so these are the different primary data pointers that you get from keyword planner. Okay, so let's get to the actual tool. Okay, this is a screenshot from the tool. Okay, let's get to it. So to access this tool, okay, so it is not like trends where you can just go to a URL, okay, and then through that you can get, start exploring some data. Okay, but as I said, this is related to ads. Okay, so ads.google.com is the portal to run ads. It's a tool to run ads on Google. Okay, so here in this particular segment, you will have to create an account. Okay, so which will consume time. Okay, so you'll have to create an account for which some business details are required. Okay, so once you give those details and you pass in, okay, so then you will have a Google Ad account for yourself. Okay, so after you create an account and then you log into your Google Ads dashboard. Okay, so this is the dashboard that you will land on after creating the account. So on the left, you're going to find this tools. Once you click on tools, you find your planning. So under planning, you're going to find keyword. Okay, so this is how you can access this tool. Okay, so once you get to keyword planner, okay, so you have an option called as discover new keywords. Okay, so I click on this, and here there is the search space. So I'm giving the same exact business that we are exploring now. Software development company. Okay, this is the keyword. I can give more keywords. I'll just give one keyword for now. And I'm leaving the location as India. If I want, I can change. I'll show you. I'll change and show you. Next. Now I click on get results. So now default, it is going to show me data for last 12 months. So I'm going to leave it as it is. Language English, yes. Location India. Okay. So now coming to this table. Okay. So first keywords that I have provided and the data for it. Okay. So what is the search volume? What is the competition? What is the other, minimum bid, maximum bid? This is related to ads. Okay. So, and Google is going to give me more suggestions. Okay. Software development, outsourcing companies, agile software development. Okay. Custom software development companies. Okay. So I scroll down, I get a lot of, keyword ideas. Okay. I can go through these keyword ideas and find potential keywords for my business. Okay, so whatever keywords that I think is more suitable for my business, I will just pick from here and I can use it, okay, for my marketing purposes. Okay, so say I've given one seed keyword, Google has given me 400, 500 different keyword ideas. I keep adding more keyword ideas, it is going to keep giving me more, suggestions. Say, for example, I'm switching it to mobile app development. So for this, I get even more, a lot of keyword ideas. Okay? So not all the ideas that you're going to get from this list is going to be suitable for your business. Okay. Say app development, app developers near me. Okay. So app development company, mobile app development company. Okay. So these are all good. Okay. But say I scroll down a bit more in deep. Say it says create Android app. Okay. So what is this person searching on Google by searching create Android app? He is trying to create an app by himself. So he is not looking for a software company to develop. Okay. So let's say here a person searches create my own app. This person is also looking to develop it by himself. Okay. So he's not looking for developers. So like that, not all the keywords that you see in this list is going to be potential for your business. Okay. So you have to handpick. Okay. So you have to spend that amount of time in finding the potential keywords for your business. Okay, so an average amount of time taken to perform a keyword research is roughly a couple of hours or more. Okay, so you'll have to spend that amount of time to find the right potential keywords for your business. Okay, so you keep adding more seed keywords, you will keep getting more keyword ideas from this list. Okay, so this is one of a tool by Google through which you can find potential keywords. Now, whatever data, what I'm looking at, the competition level, the monthly searches, the keywords, all of that is based on India. Okay, so let us say that I want to check the data for a specific city. So I search for Bangalore. I'm going to remove India and save. Okay, so this particular data, what I'm looking at right now, is just for Bangalore. The volumes will change, the competition will change, all of that will change. The cost, everything will change. Okay, now the data is only for Bangalore. Okay, so like this, you can pick a specific location for yourself. Okay, say for example, okay, so sitting in Bangalore, I work, say for a client in UK. Okay, and I can simply search for UK. Okay, and remove Bangalore. Okay, and I click on save. So now the keyword ideas will change based on UK, how people search there. Okay, and what is the competition for that particular keyword in UK is what I'm going to see here. So the way that people search differs. Okay, so the keyword ideas differ. All of that will change according to that particular locality. Okay, so these keyword ideas that you get is based on your geography that you target, based on the timeline that you select, all of that. Okay, so this tool, to access this tool, okay, so you don't have to pay anything to Google. Okay, but you will have to create an account inside Google Ads. Okay, so only when you create an account inside Google Ads, you'll be able to access this. Okay, so that has some tedious steps. Okay, so you'll have to give some basic information about yourself. Okay, so once you clear all that, you will be able to get to the dashboard. Okay, so once you get to this dashboard, then yes, you will be able to access Planner. Okay, without running ads. Okay, so this particular business scenario, what we have taken, mobile application development, okay, is a very important business case because okay, lot of businesses okay are into mobile application and operations now. Say for example, you visit a restaurant, they need a mobile application to manage their orders. Okay, or say for example, you visit say a product company. Okay, they need mobile application to sell their products or to promote their products. Okay, or let's say for example, you visit an automobile company, they also need mobile application to engage with their consumers, to for consumers to raise the service requests, all of that. Okay, so mobile application is a very important developed software development area today, right? So now If it is a very important business today, then it is a very important business in terms of marketing also. Okay, so this particular mobile application development product or services, okay, there is a lot of different competition. Okay, and for this business case, when you want to rank on top of Google, the first step that you're going to do is find potential keywords, okay, and use them in the right places inside the website. Okay, so what are the right places inside the website? Okay, say for example, let me go to Google and search for mobile application development company. Okay, so now I just hit the ads and I see a lot of different websites. Let's say I open one website. Okay, so first of all, there is a piece of content here. Okay, so here the keywords are used, mobile app development company in Bangalore. Again, in the description, the keywords are used, mobile app development company in Bangalore. Okay, so now I go to the website, right on top, again, the keyword is used, mobile app development company in Bangalore. Again, it says mobile app development services, and it goes on. Okay, so throughout the content, okay, so in various different places, the brand is going to use the primary keywords for this particular page. Okay, this is their mobile application development page. So like that, this particular brand will have various different services. Say for example, I click on this. So they have so many different services. Mobile application is one of their whole list of services for which they have a specific web page. Okay, and they are going to use their keywords of mobile application development in this page. Let's assume that you are going to work on this project. Okay, so which is ranking this brand website on top of Google. Then your client has so many different services. So basically, you have to find different keywords for different services. Let's say, for example, web app. This is web application development. This is altogether a different service. Okay. So for this also, you have to perform keyword research, find keywords and use the keywords inside your content. Okay. So like that, whatever is the different services that your client provides. Okay. So you have to find the potential keywords and use those set of keywords, okay, so inside the web page, so that you can rank on top of Google. Okay, so all of your on-page SEO is purely going to start based on your keywords itself. Okay, so keywords play a very, very important role in terms of your on-page SEO. Okay, so the right keywords that you find, okay, so that you can use those exact right keywords inside the website in various different places. Okay, so as I said, okay, so this particular part, keywords, on the whole, okay, plays a super important role because it is going to determine the way that you are going to target your users here. Okay, so this particular website, say for example, Kamatech, okay, so has a lot of keywords used in a lot of different places. Okay, so just because they are ranking on top of Google for the mobile app development company keyword, that doesn't mean that they will rank on top of Google for all the searches. For some searches, you might find Flipkart on top. For some searches, you might see Amazon on top. It depends on that web page. It depends on the user scenario. Okay, so if you're doing SEO, it is not a one-time task to complete. Okay, so you do SEO to rank on top of Google, and then you continuously keep doing SEO. Okay, so you continuously keep optimizing your ranking. Okay, so as I said, on page is a very vast area to explore. Okay, so we have just discussed just about how does this on page SEO works. Okay, and how do we find potential keywords. Keyword research itself is a very big process. We have had a just about one most important tool for keyword research. Okay, so like this, there are some other tools also for keyword research. Okay, some are freemium tools. This keywordtool.io. Okay, so here again, you can give a seed keyword, let's say mobile app Development Company. Leave it as Karnataka, India. I search. So this tool is also going to give me data. Of course, not everything is going to be relevant. I have to handpick the keywords. Whatever is relevant, I can pick and use from this. Okay. So like this, there are many tools, okay, which is going to help you for keyword research. Planner is the best tool, yes. Okay. So I'm just sharing these tool links, okay, for reference for now, just in case if you want to try. Okay. So this is about your on-page SEO. Okay. So finding potential keywords and using that set of keywords in various different places. Okay. So now let us move on to the next set. Okay, allow me a minute. Yes. So the next segment that we are going to explore is about technical SEO. Okay. So this is also a super important area because this actually comes under on-page SEO because technical optimizations are done on the website. So by the logic, it comes under on-page SEO. But why we having a special classification for it is because these are technical changes. Okay? So which is based on your website's technical changes that you perform, which actually improves your website performance, the way that your website operates, the way people can engage with your website. So all that improves. Okay. Along with that, it also helps your search engine ranking. So it is not just that. Okay. So along with your website performance, it is also going to help you to improve your search engine rankings. Okay. Again, under technical SEO, there is a lot of different factors. Okay. Say, let's take one primary factor. Okay. So to explore the tip of the iceberg, which is speed. Okay. Say, it's just called as page speed. Okay. Page speed is nothing but the amount of time taken by a web page to load completely on a user's device. The next minute, you might have a question. Does that not depend upon the user's internet connection? Yes, it does. But in a stable internet connection, not all websites load in the same time, right? Say sometimes Flipkart opens quite fast, sometimes it doesn't. Same thing with Amazon, or same thing with any other different website. Maybe your internet is totally fine, but that does not mean that all the websites will load in the same exact speed. No, it won't, because your internet connection is one thing, okay? But on a stable internet connection, okay, how does it load? Okay, so on a stable internet connection, how fast your web page performs matters. Okay, so this is about what is page speed. Now, why does this matter for us? Is simply because if your website is not loading on time, you will lose traffic. So how do you lose traffic? Very simple. Say as a user, you search for a product, okay, and you go to a website, okay, and see example, that website is not loading on, which means it is not showing you any content. It is just blank and you just see a loader. How long you would wait? You can give me your answers. You search for a product or service, you clicked on a website on Google and you went into that website, but that website is not showing any content to you. There's only loaders. How long you would wait there looking at that loader? Exactly. Right. Good answers. Few seconds. Okay. 2 minutes. Oh, good. 2 minutes. Okay. Let me tell you what does the results actual numbers say. Okay. If your website does not load, okay, in the first 4 seconds. Maybe not the full page, but the start of your load. If your website does not load on 4 seconds, then people might leave your website. That is the amount of patience that people have today on internet. Okay, so that does not mean that, say people are, say, super occupied, they are always busy, so they want quick websites. Okay, kind of, you can say that, but the actual reason is, okay, people are very much used to faster loading websites, right? So let's say just go back in time. The first time that you started to use a website, you were so happy to even have a look at a website. Okay, so we were so excited to do some activity on a website when the first time that we started to explore things on a website. But now we are very much used to websites, so we are used to faster loading websites. Okay, and also we know that we have our choices. If I cannot find a product on Amazon, or if the product page in Amazon is not loading on time, I can go to Flipkart. Same thing in reverse. If I don't find something on a particular website, then I know that I have an option so that I can go to another website and do it. Okay, but if people don't have a choice, they will wait. Say example, for example, let's say you want to file GST. Okay, so when you are trying to, say, do some activity, okay, let's say you're trying to book a train ticket or file GST, you have to do it on few specific websites. Let's say due to too much of load, if the website is too slow, still you will wait. It would take 3 minutes, 5 minutes. The highest answer that I've got in the chat about the amount of time that people are going to wait is, 2 minutes. Okay, but in such cases, when you don't have a choice, you will wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Okay, because you don't have a choice. But that is not the case with the businesses. If you are not going to sell something to that person, someone else will. Okay, because you're not the only business out there in the market. Okay, most of the business cases are competitive. So you have to make sure that you treat the consumers who come to the website well, because we have to do so much of activities to drive, we have to take so much of efforts to drive a person to the website in first place. And after he comes in, okay, so if the web page does not load and he leaves the website, then that is a grave mistake, right? So we lose that traffic, which means we lose business. Okay, so page speed is a, looks like a pretty simple factor, but it impacts big. So this is one of the, factor. Okay, so in your technical SEO, okay, there is so many different factors in technical SEO, which all of that is super important. Okay, so which is going to help you. Okay, so to evaluate these technical factors, again, there is a series of tools which is going to help you. Okay, so again, just to give you just, okay, so this is what is page speed and what is technical SEO. Okay, so to wrap technical SEO, these are series of activities that you perform on the website which will enhance your website performance. Yes, example speed, and along with that, it is going to rank your website also on top of Google, because Google is watching all this. Okay, so Google would like to rank secure, faster loading websites on top of Google. So you should make sure that your website is loading on time, okay, and it is secured, and all the technical factors is to be met. Okay, so these technical factors is not just for performance, it is also for your search engine rankings. Okay, some of it is directly related to the user, example page speed. Some of it will be only related to the Google. Okay, so example security and things. Okay, so all of those technical parameters are important to implement inside a website. Okay, so that is about what is technical SEO. Okay, so now let us get into the next segment of SEO. Give me a minute, let me move to that segment. Blogging. Okay, so blogging is a very important area. Okay, So first, let us understand, okay, what is the blog, okay, and how does it help? Then let's see some examples for the same. Okay, blog is nothing but an article. Okay, so it's an informational post which is done, okay, for to educate somebody on a particular topic. Okay, so this blogging is the most important for a user when a user wants to find some information. When you are searching for a product or service, you look for product pages, you look for service pages. But just think about your last, say, 10 searches on Google. In that last 10 searches on Google, how many times you might have looked for a product and how many times you will look for an information? Say 20%, 30%, you might have looked for a product. Okay. Rest of the 60 or 70% at least, you would look for an information. That information could be about a product, okay, but it is an information. Okay, so you search for a lot of information on internet. So who is giving you all this information? Does Google have all this information about whatever you want? No. There are so many other websites which is providing you these informations, right? And most of these websites are about blogs. Blogs are what? Articles which are written on a particular topic, okay, intending to provide value information to the readers. Okay, so people can engage to these articles, people can explore these articles, and then they can give their personal views. Okay, so and these articles written under author name always. Okay, so whoever is writing the content is the author. Okay, and it can be published on professional blogging websites or on business websites as well. Okay, so now why are we discussing about these kind of articles in SEOs? Because it's the last point. Some businesses, okay, can use blogs, okay, to connect with the target audience TA to sell products. So if you can use these blogs smartly, then you can definitely make a lot of business, okay, a lot of traffic towards your, website. Okay, let us see an example, okay, to understand how you can make use of these blogs for your business. Okay, let me a minute. Let me switch to those windows. Say yes. So yeah, we were talking about the software development business today, right? There's so many different websites that is listed. Let's say, for example, I open the ScienceSoft. ScienceSoft is, oh, it's an old company. Okay, so in terms of software development firms, okay. So here they will have a blog segment. Let me go to their blog segment directly. It's a software development company again. Okay, so before we get into this, tell me who is the target audience for this brand, which is for a software development company. Tell me in the chat. Who is the target audience for this particular business? Good. Companies. Good. Businesses. Yes. No, Janani. So it is not youngsters who are looking for work. The target audience is business people. Yes, businesses. Okay, it's not students, it's not consumers, it's other businesses. Commercial biz, yes, good, good. I'm getting a lot of good answers. Yes. Some of you are a bit confused about the business in first place. Let me give a brief. Most of you have given me the right answers. Okay, so some of you have mentioned different other STA. Let me brief the business. So the business is software development, which means this company can design and develop softwares and give it to the business, give it to other companies. Let's say, for example, okay, so all of you have logged into the session today using a tool called as LMS. We keep calling that LMS. What is this LMS? LMS is nothing but learning management system. It's basically a software designed by some software developers. Okay, this is one kind of management system. There is HRMS, which is human resource management system. Okay, so there's enterprise management systems. Okay, so ERPs. Okay, and then there's so many different such management systems. Okay, there is so many different softwares that is required for a business website. Okay, we need websites, right? So that has to be developed by someone. Okay, so like this, for a business, there is a lot of different software requirements. So who is going to design and develop all this? Yes, we have our own in-house team, but can all companies afford an in-house team? No, they cannot afford in-house teams. So, or they large amount of work, they don't want to, even though they can afford it, they don't want to hire an in-house team. Okay, they want to outsource this to more, stronger companies. Okay, so they need software development, right? As a business, okay, then they need software development. This is not just for tech companies at tech companies. Let's say restaurant. Restaurants have websites today, right? So to order food. So who's going to develop that website? You need a software company to do that. The restaurants have mobile applications where you just walk into a restaurant, scan the code, and start ordering the food, even when you're dining in, right? So who designs these applications? So for all of that, you need a software developer, software development company. Okay, and this is one of such company who provide that services. Okay, so now I guess everyone will be clear about what is the business and who this business is targeting and selling the products to. Okay, so now for this particular business, okay, so they have written blogs on various different topics. Okay, so let's just get into any of these topics. Okay, let me just pick any interesting topic so that we can discuss. Yeah, let me pick this. That's a very good topic. So in-house versus outsourced SOC. Okay, so for cybersecurity. Okay, so in-house is the team that you have inside your company. Outsource the people that you hire outside the company. Okay, so basically this is a company which provides these kind of outsourced SOCs. Okay, so they have written a blog on it. Say scroll down. Okay, so there's a lot of content. Okay, and then there's a difference between in-house and outsourced. There is pros, there is cons. Okay, and what is this? You see a small segment in the blog which says improve your cybersecurity posture with an outsourced SOC and contact us. This is a blog which is supposed to be purely information. Yes, it has the required amount of information. Okay. Along with that, okay, there is a lead magnet, which means when somebody is going to click on it, it is going to land on a contact form. Say, let's just try it now. Say, let me just click on that button. Let's see what happens. This is the contact form, right? So this is a blog which is written on a particular topic. Okay. And then it is also used for marketing. So this is the use of blogs. Okay, so these blogs can be used, okay, to promote the products or services that you sell. Okay, so that is how you can make use of your blogs. Okay, and you can write more content. Okay, so this is not a one-time activity that you do. Okay, so it is a regular series of activity that you can keep doing. Say, for example, this particular software development company has been writing blogs consistently. Okay, so every weekly ones or at least couple of blogs in a month is posted by this particular brand. Okay, so like this, you can use the blogging as a segment to promote your product or services. Okay, so this blogging also falls under SEO. Okay, this is when you are signing up for an SEO project, you're responsible for the blogs that is being published from the brand as well. Okay, so that's about blogging. Let us move on to the next thing. Yes, so it is about the off-page SEO. Okay, so which is nothing but the final stage of SEO. So there is different classifications that we talked about: on page, technical, and then off page. Okay, so now this is about the off page SEO. There's one more local SEO which we will discuss after this. Okay, so let's have a look at this definition. Okay, so these are again list of optimizations that you perform away from your website, which drives traffic and also helps your ranking. Okay, so sounds a bit different, right? Because if you want to rank on top of Google, you can do something to your website. Find keywords, use that keywords, write blogs, publish blogs, improve your website speed, improve your website security. These are things that you can do on your website, which helps your ranking, which makes sense. But this off-page SEO are things that you do away from your website. So what can you do away from your website, which is going to help you improve your ranking? It is nothing but driving traffic from different other sources of internet to your website. A simple easy example is social media. Okay, say for example, in social media you do marketing, you do promotion. That itself is a huge marketing activity. It can be considered as a small off page support also. So in social media you do marketing. So what happens in social media when people click on a link on a social media page? From the page, they are going to come to your website. So you want people to come to your website through social media, right? So that is one such place. So like that, there are so many different areas, question and answer platforms. Okay, so communities, forums. Okay, so blogs. There's so many different areas on internet where people spend time. So you can basically get into those kind of websites, okay, and drive traffic from those places to your website, which is technically your off-page SEO. Driving traffic from different other sources of internet, okay, and through which you are going to rank your website. First, you're going to get traffic with that, and through that traffic, you are going to rank your website on top of Google. Okay, so this kind of operations are called off pages. Okay, so this off page SEO is not going to be exciting or interesting like on page or something. Okay, so this is a bit different from the other parts of SEO because you are going to try and build your links. Okay, so we are going to talk a bit about links. Okay, so to understand how does off page SEO works, let me a minute. Let's go to the whiteboard. Yes, just a minute. I switch to the whiteboard. Yes, Elias, it is search engine optimization. Just a minute. Yes. So moving on to this. Yeah. Off page SEO. In off page SEO, okay. So we have a lot of areas to work. We're just going to have understanding about what are links. Okay. So links are hyperlinks. Okay. So which is going to help you to land on a specific web page. Okay. Example, you type excelr.com. So where do you visit? Okay. So when you type www. say excelr.com, you're going to land on ExcelR's website, right? So this is called as a link. Okay. Now there are different classifications under links. The first one is internal links. What is these internal links? The links that are dealing between two different pages of the same website. Okay. Say for example, you get into excelr.com, you will find a link which from the home page. Okay. So to say digital marketing course page. Okay. So this particular link is called as internal. You are in the home page of the website, which is excelr.com. From there, you click on a link, you will go to the digital marketing course page. Okay. So like that, there are a lot of links between the same website. Okay. So you are on the same website, excelr.com, but you're traveling to different other pages of the same website. Okay. So these links are called as internal links. Okay. So now from the next classification is external links. Okay. So what are these external links? Let's say from homepage of ExcelR, you might have a link to the Facebook page of ExcelR. So you click on that, what happens? From this particular page, okay, so from this particular home page, you go to another website, which is Facebook. Maybe that is ExcelR's Facebook page, but it's another domain, right? So the links that are dealing between two different domains are called as external links. Okay, so basically a link is a web address which is going to help you to land on a specific space. And then there are different classifications. First one is internal. The links that are dealing between the same website, same domain is internal links. The links that are dealing between two different domains are external links. Okay, so these external links can be classified in different ways. Okay, so these external links can be classified in different ways. Okay, the first one is inbound links. Okay, and the next one is outbound links. So inbound links are nothing but the links that you receive. Okay, say for example, I'm writing a blog. Okay, and I'm adding a link of ExcelR in my blog. Okay, so for ExcelR, it is an inbound link because from my blog, there is a link which is pointing towards ExcelR. So this link for XLR, it's an inbound link. Okay. So reverse. Okay. Let's say from XLR, there's a link which is pointing towards, let's say, Facebook again. Facebook page of XLR. Now from XLR.com, it is going to Facebook.com. Okay. So basically this link is going out from XLR. So this is an outbound. So basically an external link when you receive it, which means from other websites where there is a link towards your website, then that is an inbound link. Okay. And when you have a link towards the other website, then that is an outbound link. Okay. These inbound links are otherwise called as backlinks. Okay. So the other name for inbound external links are called as backlinks. Okay. So as when you are working for the SEO part for a website in off-page SEO, you are responsible to build some good quality backlinks for your client website. Okay. So let's just see an example in a website directly. Okay. About these links and stuff. Say get to ExcelR.com. Okay. So basically with a URL, I get to land on a specific page, right? So now I'm on the home page of this website. Okay. So now home page is one of the page, right? So I have courses, I have all the different courses list. Okay. So let's say, for example, I'm on the home page and I click on a specific link. Okay. So this is the link which is letting me to travel from home page to other pages of the same website. Okay. So I'm in ExcelR. I was in home page. I clicked on a link and now I'm into another course page of this particular website. Okay. So now these links which leads to the other pages of the same website, say I click on blog, I go to the blog page, I click on other courses, I go to the other courses page. Okay. So like this, the links that are pointing at different web pages of the same website is called as internal links. Okay. So now here I have a link which says Facebook. Okay. So right now I'm in ExcelR.com blogs. Okay. So here, say I click on Facebook. Now I go to facebook.com/ExcelR. So which means I have moved from ExcelR.com to another website itself altogether. Now what is this link? This link is a external link. Okay. And an external link, which is an outbound link to XLR, and it is an inbound link to Facebook. Okay. Now, the more inbound links that you get will help your off-page SEO better. That is what off-page SEO means. Okay. Getting more traffic through inbound links towards your website. Okay. So this is a gist about off-page SEO. Okay. So now moving on to the final part for the day, which is the local SEO. Okay. So allow me a minute. Let us start local SEO. Yes. So moving on to the local SEO segment. Okay. So what is this local SEO? Local SEO is nothing but ranking on top. Okay. For a local search result on Google. Okay. So basically, when you have a business which has a physical location, okay, physical location as in you have a store, you have a restaurant, okay, for all these kinds of businesses, okay, so you can get a lot of benefits from local SEO. Okay, so to perform or to work with this category of SEO, so it only works for businesses which has a physical location. Okay, say for example, Flipkart, Amazon. Of course, they have a physical location. because they have their own offices and stuff. Okay, but that's not where they do business. I mean, that's not where they sell things. Where they operate, yes, okay, but that's not where they sell things. Okay, so they are not trying to send or bring people to their offices. No. They want to bring people to the website, and people should buy the products on the website, not coming to their offices, right? So this business has nothing to do with local SEO. Okay, let's say same exact set of products. Okay, so instead of say ranking on top of Google with the website, I have a store. Okay, I have a store where I'm selling sports shoes, sports equipments, all of that stuff. Okay, so now to I want to drive people to my store in first place, because that is where I'm selling. Okay, so I don't have a website. Okay, so I don't have a website where I can sell online. Okay, so for that particular segment, okay, so we have to perform this local SEO. Okay, so this local SEO is going to be very helpful in terms of such local businesses. Okay, so any kind of restaurants or any kind of such different businesses, this is going to be quite helpful. Okay, so let us see some examples in this local SEO. Okay, let's get to it. Let me share that screen. Just allow me a minute. So yeah, let me search for a local business. Okay, say for example, I search as sports shoes here. Okay, so now when I search with a keyword called as near me, okay, I get a lot of different stores which is close to me. Okay, there might be a lot of many stores that is there in the list. Okay, that is there close to me. Okay, but I get few of these lists on top. Okay, so based on what Google does this kind of ranking. Okay, so that is nothing but local SEO. Okay, so when you are trying to rank on top with a physical location, you will have to register yourself with Google My Business. Okay, so Google My Business is the platform. Okay, so where you can register your business. Okay, so once you log into these tools, okay, and then say, for example, I give ABC, create a new business, ABC, and then what kind of business I'm in, whether it is a local store or online retail or service business. Say I'm selecting it as local store, and next I can choose the business category. Okay, say you can search for what business category that you are in. Okay, let's say I choose marketing agency for now. When I click on next, I'll add the location and create a Google Map listing like this. Okay, so like this, okay, for small businesses, you can work on these kind of Google My Business category and build listings for them. Okay, and you can perform SEO. Okay, so what kind of SEO you're going to perform inside this platform? Okay, say for example here, this is a sports goods store. Okay, so first of all, this sports goods store, there is a proper brand name given with the locality and stuff. Okay, and the description given. Okay, so what are the offers that is provided, and what is the actual address, the contact number. Okay, so what category that this particular business falls under. So like that, all this content has to be optimized. Okay, so including the images. Okay, so there's a lot of details about a brand that is present here, right? Okay, so there's so many different products that they sell, which is listed with the product rate. Let's say I click on view all. Okay, so there's a lot of different products that is listed. Okay, so like this, someone has to optimize all of this content, right? So as an SEO portion, okay, so for small businesses, okay, for minor projects, you are going to be working for local businesses, you're going to be working in this local SEO category as well. Okay, so SEO is a very vast area to work with. Okay, so when it comes to the classification of projects that we have, okay, so today we have been discussing about two primary businesses. Okay, so first one is software development, the other one is mobile application development. Okay, all comes under the same umbrella only. Okay, so when it comes to these businesses, okay, so basically as a software development company, you want more people to come to your website and fill forms. Okay, the objective is different. Okay, so for that you can do various different kinds of SEO. Okay, so in terms of on page, you can work, find keywords. Okay, so you can do those aspects. That is for the businesses when you want leads, when you want traffic to the website and all of that. Okay, so this is a major business scenario. Okay, so when it comes to minor businesses, okay, so businesses which has a local store in the city that you're operating. Okay, so wherein you have or just a restaurant in the city that you're operating. Okay, so in that case you can work on this kind of local SEO scenario. Say for example, it could be a sports goods store like this. Okay, or say a restaurant. Okay, for some businesses, okay, so you may have to work on both the segments. Okay, say for example, we were just looking at XLR website, right? So XLR does the regular SEO and all of that stuff. Along with that, XLR does a lot of good local SEO things also. Okay, so let me show you XLR's own listing. Okay, say for example, I search as XLR. So I'm going to find this particular listing. Okay, so let's say switch to maps. I find ExcelR. Okay, so I click on it. So there is a lot of content related to ExcelR. Okay, first the brand name and stuff. Okay, and the description. Okay, and there is a lot of content which is posted. Okay, so there is a lot of links from where people can come to the website. Okay, and regular reviews and stuff. And so you have more of web results also. Okay, so like this you have so much of content that is related to your brand which you can publish on these places. Okay, so depending upon what business scenario that you are in, okay, so you can work on that kind of SEO and operate and improve the business for that particular client. Okay, so if it is a local business, then you're going to work on local SEO. If it is not a local business, okay, so then you're going to work on the website and improve their SEO. If it is a business which is applicable to promote on both the places, okay, on the website front as well, on the Google My Business front as well, then you're going to work on all these aspects. Okay, so coming to the project segments, okay, so when you're going to be working on your projects, okay, so when it comes to digital marketing, okay, so digital marketing, as we've discussed, there are many different areas to work with. Okay, so in that, the primary area SEO, when you're working for projects, so you are responsible to find potential keywords, which we were exploring. Okay, how do you find potential keywords, and some of the tools we did explore. Okay, and creating content, and also, okay, so taking care of the website to rank on top of Google by performing all these tasks together on a particular website. Okay, so creating content, writing blogs, finding potential keywords, okay, and ranking that particular website on top. That is using your website. Okay, so if you're doing a major project on that segment. Okay, so if not, if you're handling it for a minor scenario, then which is for a local business scenario, you can use Google My Business kind of things. Okay, so these are the different segments, different parts. Okay, so that we have explored today. Okay, so I'd like to give some time for the Q&A. Okay, so I'll try to answer most of the questions as there's a lot of volume of students here. Okay, so if you have any questions based on this today's session, you can post your questions in the chat. Okay, so I cannot promise the answers for all, but I'll try to answer most of it. Okay, so you can post your questions if you have anything related to today's topic. Yes, Aitash. One example on page SEO. Okay, let me give you. Say, for example, this is the website which is ranking on top of Google. Okay, so on page SEO is about using the content in the right places, right? Using the keywords and all of that. So here, this particular website. Okay, so this is the title of this particular website, software development company, and the same keyword is used in description also. So writing this title, writing this description for this particular website, all these are nothing but on-page SEO. And then inside the website, they have a content, right, with the keyword. This is also on-page SEO factors only. Okay, so like that, using the content for the betterment of SEO. Okay, so it's nothing but on-page SEO. Using the keywords. Okay, so that is nothing but on-page SEO, guys. Okay. So inbound and outbound, what is the difference? Yes. Okay. So say for example, go to the footer. Right. So here there is a link. Okay. So this is an external link, right? So I am right now in sensoft.com. Okay. I click on this link. From sensoft, I go to LinkedIn. So basically, this is a link that LinkedIn receives. Okay, so the link that I clicked on now, okay, so the link that I clicked on now is an inbound link to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is receiving the traffic, and outbound link to SENsoft, because SENsoft is sending out the traffic. Okay, that is the difference between inbound and outbound. Okay, so next major difference between on page and technical. Okay, so will help. Okay, so on page SEO and technical. Okay, so both are on page only. Okay, so both comes under inside the website only. Technical is a special category, that is because it is going to be helpful. Okay, for making sure that your website is performing well. Okay, so that your website is operating well. Okay, so that it also ranks on top. Okay, so that is how it works. That's how it helps. Okay, so the next question, the major difference between, okay guys, there's a lot of questions, so I'm just trying to answer one by one. So major, okay, search engine or web browser. Okay, say for example, the tool that I'm using is called as the search engine. Okay, sorry, the tool that I'm using to find on internet is called as a search engine. Say for example, this google.com is there, no, this is search engine. Okay, so how am I accessing this tool? I'm using the software called as Chrome. Chrome is the software and Google is the search engine. Okay, so let me list the web browsers. You will get a fair clarity. Okay, so web browsers, say Chrome, Safari, Opera, okay, Microsoft Edge. These are all web browsers. When it comes to search engines, okay, Google, Yahoo, Bing, Baidu, goes on. Okay, so the websites that you use to search for things is called as search engines. The tools, the softwares that you use to access internet is called as web browser, guys. Okay, so to get domain, okay, so how does it help in your major project if I'm a student, right? So if you're working on a major project on developing a website, okay, so someone wants to know how does marketing helps in your major project if you're working as a student. Okay, so if you're developing a website, okay, so in terms of your major project, okay, so in that case you can find potential keywords for the website and implement content there. Okay, so in your major project, when you're developing a website, you could use any technology to develop a website if you're from the BTech background student. Okay, so along with that, okay, so you can perform or you can design a page which is SEO friendly by finding potential keywords and by using those keywords in the right places in the right content. okay, and publishing blogs on the website and all that stuff. Okay, so if you're presenting a business idea, okay, so as a student, okay, so there are B2 based and business based students, okay, for all of them. If you're a business based students, of course marketing is going to be a super important aspect, okay, so in your major project. And then how to get a domain? Yes, so you can use GoDaddy, guys. This is one website. Okay, so here you can search for the domain that you want to buy. Say for example, I search as Digital Express. So I will get what are the different. DigitalExpress.com is already taken, yes. DigitallyExpress.com is available. Okay, so this 1 rupee is only for the first year, right? So you have to buy it for 3 years, and the next year is going to cost you 1,400. So like this, there is GoDaddy, Hostinger. There are many different websites that you can buy from, guys. Okay, so I guess I've answered most of the questions. Okay, so it was nice meeting you all today. Okay, so we have more things to explore in the next few sessions. Okay, so which we will continue. Okay, so in the next session, in the next segment of this marketing. Okay, cool.
Okay. So Azhar, I hope you are done.
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So students, I'm sharing the attendance link. If you missed out to mark your attendance, please mark your attendance. Okay, I'm sharing in both YouTube and Zoom. And any more questions you can ask me here. And yeah, that's it. Related to LMS registration. Okay, certificate. You can ask me here in the chat box. I didn't see any more questions. Yuvraj, please check it is working for everyone. Maybe your side, maybe network issue. Joshini, we don't have any WhatsApp group. So yesterday's attendance we can't able to provide today. So for the certificate, 60% attendance is mandatory. So that's okay if you missed one day, that's okay. But for that, don't miss it to mark your attendance. How to mark attendance? I'm sending the link in the chat box. No, just fill your details. That means you are marking your attendance. Okay. Okay, registration form. Just give me a second. I'll share it. Yeah, I sent the registration link. Please register who want it. Ma'am, registration we have to do daily or once it is enough. So once it is enough. Okay, no need to register again and again. Ma'am, material when it will get is uploaded. Yeah. Like by tomorrow afternoon, we'll upload this. Okay. I submitted attendance form, different email. It is okay. Sairaj, maintain one email ID for everyday attendance. Okay. Or else it will affect on your certificate. Mom, I didn't get it yesterday's certificate. So Gayatri, I think you are telling about Salesforce one, right? So it will take 7 to 10 working days. Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You can mark your attendance through website also. Okay, fine. Where do we get recording sessions? So Anand, we have LMS platform. So there you will get it. If you register, that's okay. If you are not, I'm sending the registration link. Please register. Okay, we'll receive a mail. Through mail, you have to log in into LMS where we get the certificate. Tushar, we didn't send Salesforce certificate till yet. We'll share within 7 to 10 working days. Okay, I'll let you know. To your email, I will receive it. Okay, ma'am, cracking coding for essential course is going to start, right? So this course and that course will get clashed, right? Yeah, Mehitaj. But whichever course you are interested, you can join for that. Okay, that is up to you, your choice. What is this registration link? So this is the registration link for this program. Okay, if you register here, you will receive an email. So through that email, you can get LMS access so that you can watch like PDFs and this recording sessions, all the things. That's okay, Kavyasri, no problem. No, Venkaya. Material we are uploading in LMS. Okay, we are not sending to email. Where do we get certificate? To your email ID, you will receive it. Tushar. Okay, I hope I'm done. So I cleared your queries, I think. Okay, we'll meet on tomorrow. It's already 6 minutes late. Thank you everyone for joining the session and we'll meet on tomorrow. Okay, so take care. Bye bye. Good night.